Hey, what's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, a series that you put on in the background whilst you are painting or gluing, building, whatever you're doing hobby-wise, and it just, enables the time for the slightly more mundane tasks to be performed. Say you had, I don't know, 50 soldiers of a company you wanted to paint the tassels on their hats or something, and you think, oh, it's going to take forever. Well, this is the video for that occasion, and that's the video I used them for. I also use these videos to get my own stuff done, and I can see real progress. Not a huge amount, but given this day and age where we all kind of work so many hours, the few hours we do have off here and there, you can dedicate an hour to a task such as this, and you just do a little bit of preparation beforehand, such as get the paints out that you want or that you know you're going to need. For instance, for these guys, I know I'm going to be painting teeth at some point today, so I've got out matte white. I know that. I've also got pink horror from Games Workshop here because I'm going to be doing the tongues. So yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so yeah, I'm. That's what I'm gonna do. I've painted tongues on these guys. These are from the Ghostbusters. These are little gribbly things, little things like that. They got two kind of sides to their head. The eyes are kind of for both sides of their face, as it were. So they've kind of got two faces. But on the one side, they don't have. I don't think they've got teeth. They've just got a tongue poking out. Might be easier to see on the darker one. Oh no, they do actually have teeth. Oh my goodness, that's going to take twice as long as I first thought. My fears are confirmed. But I've also got my 32mm. I think they are 32mm now. Models that I painted last time with the skin. These are they're going to be used for role-playing. For me, 32mm are perfect for role-playing and or skirmish type games because you don't use so many of them. And as you probably are aware, I've got Dutch from Predator, the Arnie figure. I've got several from that movie. I've also got Corporal Hicks from the Aliens movie there. I mean, they call them different names, but they're so clearly, obviously, what I just said. They don't want to get done for copyright, and that's fair enough. I'll just adjust my seat. I might need to put my heater on. I've got some coffee. Make sure you got tea, coffee, juice, water, whatever, you drink when you are hobbying. And just to let you know, my phone may go today, which I will edit out the conversation, obviously. But a friend of mine just recently had a car accident, and I think she was trying to get hold of me, so I'll kind of just let her know that, oh yeah, sorry to hear about that. That's terrible, but I'm available. What else? I do have some things to talk about. I've written a few things down, not many, but I want to get back into the habit of having set topics to talk about when I do these on the bench videos. And by the way, you can start your painting or building whenever you want. Start it right now, because I'm going to start it momentarily. I'll be putting my glasses on, then we'll be going camera down to the bench, and that's how it works. If you are new to this series, or new to me as a channel, fairly new to YouTube, then you'll notice a lot of my videos contain me in the intro saying hi, whatever. This is what I'm doing. Not all of them, but some of them. That's because I'm kind of old school. This is how we used to do it in the old days, and where we used to gain followers or subscribers. Kind of, I think it was more based on our personalities than the content we were delivering. At least that's one of my theories. But it's just an old habit. I probably am going to lean more towards in the future, just getting on with the miniatures or the games in question, so that I can sort of take a step back. But I do like the old school introduction. It's good to have a face to a name, I think. Just because I've done a lot of videos doesn't mean you've seen them all, and I'm sure you haven't. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. Gonna be starting on. I'm probably going to be starting on Ghostbusters. Yes. So anyway, without further ado, let's go camera down to the bench and see what we can see. Alright, so this is some of my Ghostbusters miniatures there. There's actually 4 rows of 5. Yeah, 20 of these guys here. I've done half of them in a light colour and the other half in a dark colour, just to break it up a little bit. Yes, they're the same model, but I wanted just a little bit of variation, you know, because variation's good. So, do I start from the front or the back? Well, excuse me. I'm going to start with Pink Horror, so I'm going to be starting on the tongues, I think. No, let's do teeth. Let's get the big one out of the way. Let's do teeth. So I'm going to shake this one up as much as I can. I'm going to start with a sip of my coffee, actually, because I'm also wanting to see when I get to the 32mm figures, Dutch, for example. Do I paint him up as he was in the Predator movie? Do I paint him up as I want a kind of security officer to be for a sci-fi role-playing game? For either Aliens or Those Dark Places? And I'm going to talk about that at some point. Yeah, so I'm just shaking this matte white up because I haven't used it for quite some time. Actually, I haven't used any of my paints for quite some time. Although you see my videos come out every week, that's because sometimes I'm just flicking my heater on for a moment. That's because sometimes on my days off, I have the luxury of being able to make a couple of videos at once, and then I can then upload them in advance. My videos are uploaded to YouTube quite a while in advance, but that's just to help me with my erratic days off. Right, see if that's done enough. I will thin this matte white down somewhat. There we are, let's place it over there. I'll put some retarder in it, actually. Don't want it drying out on me. Just one drop. I'm just using lids from Coffee Mate, which is a coffee additive. Ooh. That you can get. You may recall I had a little ball bearing on the palette. It just rolled right into my white. Well, that's typical, isn't it? That's just about the right consistency. Grab my paper towel. I've got a load more 32mm miniatures in my drawer. I'm not going to get any more. I've said to myself, look, stop dragging them out. You're trying to get stuff off the bench. And these Ghostbusters figures will be along with it. I've gotten rid of 3 miniatures off my bench from last time. Yeah, I know, crazy, right? A whole 3 miniatures. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I did that. I varnished them last time, and I came in today and I thought, oh, I can pack them away. And that was Aliens from the board game Aliens: Another Glorious Day in the Core. Yeah, Another Glorious Day Core, but Another Glorious Day in the Core. But it was from the expansion Get Away From Her, You Bitch. And that's just, you know, the way it is. There. Alright. So I've done him. Well, that's cool. These teeth aren't too bad to do. So you may have noticed now, if you're watching this and you're one of the people who have watched these videos before, You may have noticed that I'm in 1080p now. You might have noticed this. That's because I made a decision to kind of up my game on YouTube a little bit with regard to quality. I always used to chicken out of uploading in 1080 with these longer videos because they just take so long to render. But I'm thinking, no, let's not scrimp on the quality for my viewers. Let's go the full 1080p. Because let's face it, it's only going to go up and up and up, isn't it, in the future? It'll be like 4K, 2K, 4K, and whatever else. 8K, and it'll just go up and up and up. You know it will. I remember when 720p was classed as high def, and even YouTube classed it as high def, but it doesn't anymore. So I'm just moving my water pot closer. Oh, I need a sip of coffee, another sip of coffee. So here we go. Yeah. I'm just checking my. I'm just checking my WhatsApp. My friend has actually seen my message, so could phone at any time. I'm just trying to lose the app a minute. There we go. Turn the phone off. There. I have a new phone, you see, and the battery life on it is pretty darn good, especially compared to my old phone. I wish they wouldn't make phones to have such poor battery life. I mean, I don't know what your view on it all is, but yeah, I just wish they wouldn't. Because they can do so much better. Yeah. Well, getting these teeth done will be a major milestone. My wife and daughter are currently, well, my wife's doing a set of nails for my daughter. I think it's more about mother-daughter bonding time, to be honest with you. Because my daughter's job isn't really congruent with nice nails, if you know what I mean. Being a mechanical engineer apprentice, so she's very hands-on with tools and stuff. That's 3 done. Nearly done my first row. So yeah, 1080p. I'm thinking, well, you know, let's just do this. Let's move this camera over here slightly so you can see a slightly better angle. Let's move it up a bit too. Always takes me ages. By the time the video's over, you know, I've kind of got more or less got the right angle. Oh, well, I remember we watched War of the Worlds last night. All of us, my family. I mean, I've seen it before. My wife's seen it before. My daughter hadn't, and she absolutely loved it. She thought it was brilliant. I mean, I must admit, I love the way. I love the way that movie is filmed in a lot of regards. I like the way it doesn't feel the need to go into lots of explanation about stuff. You know, as in, like, for example, yeah, they're aliens. You don't need to know how their technology works. It's just alien. And that's great. I love that. Sometimes it gets tiresome when a movie feels it has to explain every little thing for you. And I was like, oh, I don't need to. It's alien technology, and that's fine. It does it because it does it. You know, how they get their force fields. You know, it doesn't matter to me. It just doesn't. It's aliens. I think in the original they were Martians, weren't they? From Mars. Invading Earth. But yeah. So. And Tom Cruise, I mean, he plays a surprisingly inept role, doesn't he? Like, he's a totally inept father. He's pretty useless, actually. And I like that. He's kind of an anti-hero. There's nothing special about him. He's got no heroic qualities about him. But he does, want to look after his daughter. And that's it. That is the crux of the movie. He just wants to make sure she's all right, really. I don't know that this was the best way to do these. So I'll just move these back here. I think what I'll do is I'll just take them from said row. Yeah, but and another, it was a good movie night because for a lot of reasons actually. We just had a kebab beforehand, or homemade kebabs actually. My wife made these vegan kebabs, and they were absolutely lovely. And what I liked that was better than an ordinary kebab was that I didn't. Well, pretty much every time, if I have a normal kebab, I feel poorly after. My stomach doesn't feel good. I just, don't know why. It's, something in the meat or whatever. But yeah, with the vegan one, felt fine. Felt absolutely fine, which is good. And I'll be perfectly honest. We had this like vegan meat, which was simulating the kebab meat, and it tasted identical, just ever so slightly less intense, if that makes sense. So not quite as strong of a flavour, but the same flavour definitely nonetheless. I have no idea how they managed it. Apparently it was made with peas, but yeah, I know. Peas of all things, yeah. A lot of things they make with mushrooms and yeast and that, don't they? These substitutes. But yeah, very, very well done. Very, very well done. I'm absolutely. Oh, so at the time of recording this, you've seen I've done an unboxing of Forbidden Lands from Freely Publishing. Oh, what a game that is! What a game! Absolutely love that, and I can see that it's definitely going to be a solo RPG that's going to get filmed. That's going to be one of the ones. I don't know if that one will go on the Patreon or the sci-fi one. I think. I'm not sure. Oops, forgot to do the back side. He's got two sides to his face. Yeah, I don't know whether I do the sci-fi on like the free version and the Forbidden Lands fantasy stuff for the Patreon for the patrons. Don't know yet, but I might change it up. Who knows? Who knows? Still toying with the idea of doing a Predator RPG game, but I'll just use Those Dark Places or something. And, instead of well, it can be anything in Those Dark Places, so Alien Predator's absolutely fine. But you could probably use the Alien role-playing game mechanics for a Predator. Just change the Alien to Predator. It's like they did Aliens versus Predator, didn't they? I've just got to get hold of some decent miniatures for a Predator. I don't know whether I can look for some old models from Alien versus Predator. I think they're 32mm, weren't they? I'm not sure. If I can get hold of some, I will. That'd be good. If not, then you know, whatever. But yeah, well, these teeth are going all right. They're going quite well, I think. Going quite well. Yes, they are. So yeah, I can feel the heat radiating from my radiator now. That's lovely. Trouble is, it uses the electric. Price of electric has shot right up here in the UK, hasn't it? My goodness, it's kind of doubled, I would say, down here in the southwest. It's shocking. Yeah, you finally get a job that pays, you know, quite a bit more, and you end up spending it all on electric. The gas is about, well, it's gone up. You can see that, but it's nowhere near as pricey as the electric is. My goodness, that's expensive. Yeah. Do you know, if I lived on my own, I'd live in candlelight of an evening. I would. Darn right I would. Damn right. These teeth are actually coming along all right, I have to say. I'm quite suitably impressed. Quite impressed. So, yeah, and going back to like solo role playing again, I'm intending to do, obviously, first and foremost, I want to finish the Dwarves of Fangorn, Middle Earth. So I'm going to look at the One Ring as a game mechanic for a possible sequel later on in life, but Free League Publishing are redoing. They're kind of rebranding the One Ring, and that's so cool. So maybe I'll just keep my old books for like background reading material, like lore and things. So because I do like the Free League sort of semi-standard role-playing mechanic with the sixes and the D6 system. Brilliant. How sixes are successes, and you can push rolls, and there's always consequences if you mess up with that. So it is a chance. You've got to weigh up. Do you take said chance? So I like that because those rules are easy to explain. I was able to explain them to my friend in about 2 minutes. He totally understood. And as a game mechanic, that's what you want. Of course, you want the more nuanced, more advanced rules as well. But just to get you going, that's really cool. And of course, like D&D, it's the traditional. I want to learn. I want to run like the Curse of Strahd and do that. See if I can do that solo. Maybe the Dungeon of the Mad Mage. See if I can walk through that with. I mean, I've got a deck of traps. I mean, I know I'd need it for that one, but it's just working out how I can integrate the solo aspect. And how I can do that. Well, these are certainly coming on. I'm pretty impressed, as I thought the teeth would take longer, to be truthful. I'm glad they haven't been. I'm going to have to finish my coffee after this one. Just going to wash my brush off a minute, because otherwise what happens is paint dries on the brush itself and by the ferrule and everything else. Oh, right. Coffee. It's just drinkable. If you leave it too long, then it's not good. Oh yeah, last one. There we go. Right, I've got 4 to do, and then I've got to really seriously work out what I'm going to do for the other guys. I think I'm going to be. I'm just going to paint them as I want them. I enjoy. Oh, a little tiny spider. Hey, bud. Go on. I've got a tiny spider on my hand. Go on. Onto the bench. I've got a spider on the bench. Somewhere. Oh no, he's back on my hand. How did you get there? I don't know where he's gone though. Just a little tiny money. Oh, there he is. Come on. This is turning into a... Ah, there he is. He's on the bench. You carry on, little fella. I've got a little spider crawling across my bench. Oh, bless him. I think I'll call him Eric. Hey, Eric. Eric's on the bench, guys. No, he is. Seriously. Look. Hang on. Where's he gone now? Oh, he's gone. Well, I don't know where Eric's gone. I was gonna see if I could zoom in, show you, but oh, he's on my retarder. See if you can see him. No, that's too close, isn't it? There he is. See him? Eric. Hey, Eric. That is cute. Some spiders are really cute. Anyway. When he grows up, you can catch some flies. I'm going to turn off my heating. See how long it takes for my studio to go cold now. Yeah. Sorry about that, I got distracted there. He's just so cute. Must be the wargamer in me. Miniaturization. I like smaller things. I don't mind the bigger ones either. They earn their keep by getting the flies, because I don't like the flies. I used to get a lot of them trapped in my old lights. They seem to be like fly magnets or something. I don't know. But ever since I've had these new LED strips put in my studio, I don't seem to get the amount of flies anymore. Which is good. Free to go. Yeah. So, do I look at my next topic? I don't know. We're halfway through. Nothing riveting. It's just well, it was about Christmas really, and how weird it feels that Christmas is approaching so fast. Don't you think it's weird? Just seems faster than ever, you know. I am grateful, truly grateful, that this is going to be my first sort of retail in a while. Christmas in a while where I'm not in retail. Well, I'm grateful for that, because I tell you, it's not fun being in retail at Christmas. very hard work. Very, very hard work. I do hope Eric's alright. I think hope he grows up to be a strapping young spider. Yeah, but retail at Christmas, so manic. And of course, working Christmas as well. You've always got to work either Christmas Day or Boxing Day, or in some cases both. And yeah, you just it doesn't feel like you get Christmas really. In that sense, where you do, but it's very, very, very short-lived. It feels like you have an afternoon of it, and then you're done. I have a text message. I had to lean over to do my Face ID. Yeah. My wife had some disappointing news about an interview, but she's not too worried about it. She's in a good job. She was just hoping to, just get on and progress. This is the last one of the teeth. I think she'll be okay. She's doing my daughter's nails, so they'll be talking it out. There we go. And the teeth are done. Teeth are done. That is truly excellent. Well, do I do the tongues or do I look at my other miniatures? It's tempting to go with the other miniatures, but no. It's an unusual stance for Peter. Gonna go crack on, see if we can finish these bad boys. So that's taking me like half the video to do the teeth on it, although I waffled on a bit at the beginning, didn't I? I did waffle on at the beginning. So hopefully I can get these done. Right. Pink Horror. It's quite a nice pink. It's not too unlike Bugman's Glow, really, I think. Right, now I've got to be careful because of Eric, because I'm looking for the retarder. I think he's moved off of the retarder, which is good. I do not want to kill him. Oh, he's on my brushes, bless him. Bless you, Eric. I like his company. Eric is cool. This must be a strange world for him. Just gotta be very, very careful in all my future endeavours in here for little spiders. I don't want to kill anyone. They're just too cute for that. This seat's broke, I think. It's an incredibly comfortable seat, but the cylinder is a bit... Actually, I'm going to lower it a little bit. Okay, so... Now the theory is, because it's the other tongue on the other side, like the main face as I call it, is Screamer Pink. And the tongue on this side is pink horror, because to me my background for it is it's underdeveloped. That face is not as well developed as the other one, so when it's a new tongue, it's a lighter colour and it darkens with age. Oh, I don't know. It's supposed to be ghosts anyway, so I don't know. Whatever, guy. I just want it slightly different. You know, I don't have to justify myself. Oh. Here we are. The other good thing about watching War of the Worlds the other night, last night actually, was that we didn't spend hours trying to decide on a movie. We just said, look, War of the Worlds, anybody up for that? Yep. Right, let's go. My daughter was actually dubious about it to begin with. She thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but I'll give it a go. And she really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's right up my alley. It's a bit of sci-fi, a bit of aliens, a bit of horror. It's a bit of sci-fi horror. I do enjoy that. So yeah, I wonder if they started playing the annoying music in the supermarkets yet. I've asked my mate who still works there. They started with the annoying music yet? I bet he'll come back. Yep. Or he'll send me a recording of it or something. I'll be like, yeah. You poor dude. You poor dude. Yeah. I remember when I was at Sainsbury's, it got to a point where even the customers were like, these same old songs. They could do with like a part 1 and a part 2, instead of just playing the same loop throughout the couple of months that it lasts. Have 2 at least, you know, so part way through you change it to another one. It's just contemplating whether to put a Carabao Crimson Wash on the tongues just to, I don't know, make it better, which I might do. But yeah, it's pretty much finished, isn't it? It's pretty much finished. Ah, yeah, I'm glad Eric's okay. Well, I don't know where he's gone, but last I saw he was on my brushes on the left-hand side. Godspeed, Eric. I wish you well. I really do. He could take part in some of my role-playing games. Actually, he could take part in the Doors of Fangorn with the spiders there. He'd be like a live-action model, couldn't he? Getting bigger as time goes by. I wonder if he'd be up for that. Would I need to pay him as an actor? It's a good question. That is a good question. I think I'll just let him roam around, do what he wants. I'm sure in the corners there's plenty of fly-catching goodness opportunities. Yeah. So it's looking like I won't get to the other miniatures in this episode. So sorry about that, but at least you get to see me kind of more or less finish. You won't see these guys again on this bench. You won't see other Ghostbusters ones, but not for a while, I don't think. But hey, you know. So what else? Right, it's more of a question for some of you out there who roleplay, and I know some of you do. Now, for those of you, I don't know, I would imagine a lot of you have due to the state of the world currently, have at least now experimented with solo RPGing. Or even if you haven't, it can still apply. But my question to you is, do you prefer tables, like tables in books, like for randomization, or do you prefer decks of cards for that? You know, I'd be very interested to hear your thoughts on it. I mean, I used to prefer tables and books, like rolling dice on them. But I'm rapidly coming around to decks of cards now because I just think they're so cool and they're so mobile. You don't have to flip through pages to find them. They're just there. It's like you are literally carrying the table around with you. It's done. And I like that. I mean, I love the like the Game Master's Apprentice cards. And I really hope my other ones arrive soon. I ordered from Drive-Thru RPG. I ordered a horror one, which is going to be fantastic. Hopefully for Call of Cthulhu. And if it looks like it is, and here's something. If it looks like it is going to be suitable for Call of Cthulhu, I'm probably going to run the Alone Against the Flames scenario, and I might do that on film, which is because it is a solo RPG scenario. So I'll be filming that. Of course, I will be doing Forbidden Lands. That goes without saying. And I'm going to be doing Dungeons and Dragons again. I'm going to revisit that. Do you remember my first solo run through of D&D? And if you've not seen that, please go and check that out. It's rapidly gaining popularity now. It's climbing up the ranks of popularity in my popular videos. So that's good. I like that. I'm on the last row here. Or I might, yeah, I think Carabao Crimson, or I could do, what's the purple shade wash? Or I could just get a purple shade wash. Druchii Violet? I could do Druchii Violet one side, Carabao Crimson on the other, couldn't I? But that will be done before the next video, so don't worry about that. So, yeah, like I say, these guys will be off the bench by the next video. They will. Zoom in a bit more. Yeah. So that was oh, something else I wanted to talk about. Have you ever made, I call it eBay cock-ups, when you're like leaving feedback? I did it the other day. I left feedback for something which hadn't arrived yet, but because it's saying it was like Forbidden Lands cards, I thought I was leaving feedback for Forbidden Lands the box set, because that had arrived, but the cards hadn't. But thankfully it was no problem. I just like, oh really? Yeah, good company anyway. So yes, I bought them from eBay. Alright, so I've got one left to do. One left to do. There. Glass is off because we're done. So you'll see these guys again on the bench. I can't do him as well, but it's just the rim, literally some Abaddon black around the rim. So he's going to be quicker to finish than these guys. Because I'm going to put Druchii Violet on one tongue on here and Carabao Crimson on the other. So, or I might put Carabao Crimson on both. We'll see. So next time, hopefully, it'll be these guys or some other dudes. Dutch. I've actually got the character of Billy from Predator as well. What's good to Billy was booked. And yeah, that line is definitely going to be going in my RPG. So yeah. Anyway, let's zoom out. Oh yes, let's zoom out. Here we are. Right. So I'm going to sit back. I'm put my heating on again because there we go, heating's on. I just can't get the camera right. What I want is a remote camera that focuses on me like the auto gun sentries in Alien. Follow the movement so it tracks my head and just puts me central. I'm sure the cameras that do that. I can't afford them, but anyway, yeah, so thanks very much for joining me on this On the Bench. It's been very enjoyable on my last day off for this rotation. And what will we have? I might just try and clear what's on my bench. My plan is, obviously, these Ghostbusters ones will be gone. They'll be back in the Ghostbusters box, which is over there somewhere. I got more from that set to do, but I'm not going to get them out. I do want to concentrate on my Katachan Jungle Fighters, getting them more nearer completion, because I'm thinking, actually I'm thinking, what the heck's that? No, I'm thinking I want to be testing the 9th edition Warhammer rules and see if I can fit them in, even if they're just ordinary guard stats. I don't care about that. But I just want to play a couple of little skirmish games, rolling through the mechanics, see if I can get it up to scratch, and hopefully get a game maybe with someone. I don't know. If not, I'll just play solo, but I'll just play both sides. That's fine. There are more videos to come. I'm not sure whether wargaming solo is as much fun as role-playing solo is. I think it is, if you get the right mechanics or the right tools to do so. And I've recently watched some Congo being played solo just by playing the opposites, and I think that works quite well. And as you know, if you've been with me a while, you know how much I love Congo. And so you might see that in the future. You might do. I've got so much to do and so little time to do it. How cliched is that? Didn't the Joker say that in one of the Batman movies? Anyway, thanks for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Before you go, hit that like button if you like the video. You must do, if you've lasted this long, you must like it. Maybe I should say this at the start, because then I can say to people, well, hit the dislike if you're disliking it. Then they can play it for 10 seconds and go, nah, crap. And they can just do that. Either way, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But click one of them, please. That would really help. And share it as well, because if you want to help, sharing is the way forward, baby. Sharing. And if you really want to help this channel and me, consider Patreon, my friends, and you will love your life. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.